Hi guys, welcome back to Love Budgeting Co. and I am Marie. Thank you so much for watching and for being a part of my community. Thank you so much guys for helping me accomplish my goals and for helping me during this budgeting journey. Thank you so much for your support and for being here. For those of you that are new here, if you're just stopping by for the first time, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping and for taking the time in your busy day to watch my videos. Thank you so much. I highly appreciate you, as well as I appreciate all my long time subscribers who are always there showing their support and showing their motivation, or giving me motivation, I should say, giving me motivation to continue to do what I do. So thank you so much. If you're new to the channel, I am Maria. I'm a single mom of a little boy. I live on the island of Puerto Rico. I have both of my knees replaced as well as rheumatoid arthritis. I don't have a full-time job or a job for that matter. I just depend from side hustle, app income, and government help for food items. So thank you so much for being a part of my community. If you have not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Okay guys, so I don't know if I had this correct in the last one because I had 360 here when it was 380. I maybe I didn't have the app income when I added, so that's what I'm thinking. So this is going to be our November closing. November has been truly hardcore, guys. It has been hardcore. Good Lord. Like, I know the people that work federal jobs, it has been hardcore for you guys too. So yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So we all have to prepare right now. Doesn't matter if you don't have a job or if you do have a job. We all have to have those funds in place, because you know, with that whole closing for 42 days, wow, that was really shocking. Seeing, you know, how the long lines and the food banks and all of that. So sorry you guys had to go through that. So here I'm going to do my closing, which it was a little bit bad but a little bit good at the same time. Thank you so much to Michelle from Hustle and Flow for the donation that she did through Buy Me a Coffee, because I was able to take out some funds that I had in there. And they were so helpful during this November. Believe me, it was so helpful, especially for gas, because I'm on struggle mode here. So I've been looking for a job now since October. Since the beginning of October, I have been taking resumes. The interview situation has been way less than it has been on previous years. Previous years, I do take less resumes, and I was able to get between 3 to 4 interviews. This year, no, this year I just had some random small shop call me up for interview, and it was just not what I expected, because I took in the resume for the location that I had taken it to. No, they wanted me to travel to a whole lot of locations, and I said I can't do that. Like, I cannot. Like, my economy and the way this economy is right now, guys, to travel far out to different towns, and one of the towns is like a high traffic jam area. Believe me, I traveled towards that town for a whole year because of my knee replacement, and I was constantly in a traffic jam, guys. The amount of gas that I was wasting when I was doing my surgeries was ridiculous. And she wanted me to travel out there. I said, how much is she willing to pay? Like over $20 an hour? Because I mean, traveling that much, I'm sure it ain't the minimum. I didn't even ask, because I know my knees are not in a condition where I can sit a couple days in a row in a traffic jam for over 2 hours. No, I barely made it through my surgeries doing traffic jams during that area. I said no. I said, I just, I told her very politely, I appreciate you taking me into consideration, but I just can't. So thank you so much for the offer and for calling me, but I'm going to have to pass. Very politely. When she called me a couple times, me rejecting the interviews, and she kept calling, I said, ooh, there's something, there's something wrong with the job. And I appreciate that before the interview, she told me the conditions, so I didn't even have to go out to the interview because the interview was far out. So I highly appreciate her telling me the conditions of work that she wanted me to do. So with this being said, this month our government help went down. After the government closing, our government help went down. So it's in 334. App income, I received 20. Rollover, I had 20 because of the donation that I got. There was money sitting in that Buy Me a Coffee account for over like 6 months. And because sweethearted Michelle from Hustle and Flow took out of her budget, I'm so grateful. She took out of her budget. I was able to complete the threshold of $10 and be able to take out. Plus, I had some money in my bank account, so I was able to take out $20 for that, for all personal care and stuff. So that was a total of $374 for what we got paid versus $380, which is what we thought we were gonna get paid. So we only got $374. So we're already down in that. Then gas was $20, and that's exactly how much we paid, $20, because my car had broken down and I could not use it for over a week and something, so I couldn't do any job searching during this month. And then lunch was $0, and then school funds, I had to spend $3. There was a twin day, and my son had a project which I had to search. I searched the community centers because community centers print out for free, but all the community centers had something wrong. Either they did not have someone there to supervise you when you were using the electronics, the computer and printer. They did not have someone there to supervise you, so you couldn't use it. Or they didn't have ink. So I wound up going to the public library and paying $2 too. But they did help me. The public library, I know them, and they helped me search. They helped me search, and they helped me pay for all that. And then with groceries, it was $334. We spent it all because as expensive as food is right now, sheesh, $334. You're like, good Lord, how am I gonna get through? And then personal care was $10.23, and household was $4.50. I was gonna put in miscellaneous. I hope that's not being blurry the whole time. I forget that I need to do it with this. And then miscellaneous was supposed to be the school fund, but then I say, no, I'm going to just throw everything under the school fund because I was going to put the copies under there. And then the total, when we were doing it, was $360, but then, with the personal care and household, it was $371.73. Emergency fund was $0, and everything else over here, like the debt, the car loan, student loan, Valentine's Day, back to school, son's B-Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, car maintenance, glasses, medical, Sam's Club, business, and clothing, they were all $0. Now, it was $380, but we spent $371.73 for a total of, but we did receive less income. So I'm gonna have to switch this up because the actual income was $374. So we were $3. We got $3 left over. Let me put left over here, $3, right? What is it? Let me tabulate here how much we have left over. 371, 73, 227. We got 227 for Christmas. Oh, Jesus. Left over is 227. Boy, we gonna have a lot left over, and in total, our total income, well, I should put the actual income was $374 instead of $380, right? We projected $380, but it was actually $374. So we got that $227 left over. And remember, we did have something. And remember, I had my son had this activity for Thanksgiving, or an activity was like, a heritage. It was like a heritage type of activity, and he had to wear a costume. So I had to make the decision of not sending him to school because I didn't have the $30 for the costume. Unfortunately, this year I didn't have it. Last year I had it, the year before I had it, but this year I did not have it, so we could not pay for the costume. Like, I had the snacks they were asking for, the juices. They were asking for juices too. I had that, but I did not have the costume. And every single kid took the costume. So basically my son was the only one absent that day. Everyone else was there, which made me extremely sad. Sorry guys, I had to take a minute. I had to breathe because this month has been super difficult. Not being able to provide my son, it just makes me feel like I'm failing as a mother. If you're a single parent, you understand. It's like well, at least me, I'm trying, although I have all my health conditions or whatever, I'm still showing up. I'm still job hunting. I'm still trying to do things, but not being able to provide my son's basic necessity, it's really hard. Like, I can be without my supplements and walking around looking crazy with a broken purse and not provided for me, but not being able to provide for my son, it's hard. Thank you so much for listening, guys. Thank you so much for hearing me and for leaving your positive feedback, and I will catch you guys. Hopefully the month of December will be better. I'll catch you guys in December.